Салют, уважаемые зрители канала! В этой серии нас ждет два задания основного сюжета. Это Тихая, гавань, посреди, хаоса и Ветвей, возвращенье, судьбы, хитросплетенья. Желаю всем приятного просмотра. Поехали!
Hi. I'm sorry you have to see me in such a sorry state. Concerned about me? I'm fine. I didn't talk to you on the train because I knew you and I would get to talk alone here. Worth waiting for, don't you think? You seem to... Elio said he foresaw 3 questions, but they would be the same in essence. If I were to hear one of them, I would then tell you the... Since you asked one of the 3 questions, it means every... Cienjo's Stellaron problem is not directly linked to us. But if you look at it from Elio's perspective, you can't... Diviner Fu was surprised because she discovered 3 truths. 1, the Stellaron hunters. 2, someone else brought the Stellaron into the Cienjo and activated it. A result of both internal unrest and external aggression. However, that's all the Master Diviner knows, because Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. He foresaw the Divination Commission using the matrix of prescience against me. As for number 3, even in their wildest dreams, the Cienjo Alliance could never have guessed it. If we're here for you. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's no wonder Fu Shen doesn't believe it either. But the matrix of prescience doesn't lie. The answer is just that bizarre. The Stellaron hunters appearing here, Blady getting arrested. In the future that Elio chose, the power of the hunt is indispensable. And that's why the Astral Express crew to come to the loft. And that's why I had to trick you into coming here. I needed you to meet the Lafu's general in person and to help him resolve the Stellaron crisis. I needed the Alliance to owe you a favor. What do you think? Surprised? The notorious Stellaron hunters did all that just to make you a hero of the Cienjo? Like I said, Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. The future holds endless possibilities. Knowing the right thing at the wrong time could spoil all our hard work. There is only one thing I can tell you about the future. In the best and the worst cases, you will eventually have to face Nanook the Destroyer. proportions that neither you nor I nor the Astral Express will ever be able to reach. In the vast majority of futures, that's when destiny ends. But, you know, even Eon.
Hey, Locha. You didn't finish telling us about the propagation. Keep going, it's interesting. So, Eons can die, huh? Weird. I thought they were invincible.
There is no true invincibility or immortality in the world. Such exaggerations are born of the perspectives of ordinary beings. Nonetheless, ordinary beings could not have orchestrated the fall of the propagation. That Eon was slain at the hands of...
I don't understand. They're all Eons. Why do they...
You... Are you really from the Xianzhou? Other Eons aside, surely you must know the story of Lan and Yaoshe. Isn't destroying the Eon Yaoshe the Alliance's cherished aim?
Of course I know. Well, I know a little. My mom made me practice with swords all day. I didn't really go...
In that case, let's just change the subject. If you don't know about the feud between the Hunt and the Abundant...
Fine. How's this for a subject? What's in the box?
Oh, this one? It's a casket, more commonly known as a...
The deceased? Aren't you,
Yes, indeed. This is just part of my job. I was asked to deliver this coffin to the Xianzhou. Ah, I'd quite forgotten. For long life species, death...
Nope. The Cloud Knights spend a lot of time on the battlefield. Death is a common occurrence. It's just, we don't put bodies in boxes. Coffins. In the Xianzhou, people go to the Hall of Karma in the Ten Lords Commission and consecrate the names and jade abacuses of the dead. It's our way of saying goodbye. The Foxians and the Videodora have their own ceremonies. Foxian soldiers place their dead in star skiffs and then let them drift out into the stars. They call it the returning. As for the Videodora, they're more mysterious. They say that when a Videodora is very old or has a fatal injury, they turn into an egg that looks like a pearl. When the shell breaks, my mom calls the Videodora long scions. When I was young, she told me stories of how the Videodora could turn into... What do you know? Silent but deadly speaks.
Your mother is right. The Videodora are long scions. They are descendants of the Eon of Permanence. That was why some, but not all, could turn into dragons. The power was a rare inheritance, passed down only to those who could successfully complete numerous rites and challenges. For the
I've heard the story of Long the Permanence and their descendants. Many myths and legends praise the Eon for a rich and but for some reason, the Eon disappeared among the stars without a trace. Almost as if they had never existed, leaving... Every life has its limit. Even the Eons are not truly immortal and will eventually reach...
Let me ask you one more question.
Yeah.
Friend?
No.
So, a sweetheart?
Miss, whatever gave you that impression? The individual in the coffin is neither friend nor relative. We met only once. But let's leave it at that, shall we? I think we've all had enough rest.
No interest in conflict. Receive divinity. Don't worry about me.
Eternal fate.
Return!
Let me through!
The truth of life and death, revealed in an instant. Distinction. Mara struck.
It looks like someone's hurt.
Wait. Let's think before we act.
Silent but deadly. Locha, let's charge in together. If we take them out quickly, we can rescue the girl.
What happened to us letting you handle it?
I've only got 2 hands. Please, I'll wangle you a prize for your bravery or something when it's all over.
Enough. Let's go. Fighting is meaningless.
Take this! Shape of 2! Rise, Venus! Wanna see what I can do?
You. I've no interest in conflict. The truth of life and death, revealed in distinction.
Nothing major. Receive divinity. Eternal fate. Return!
Fighting is meaningless.
Let me through! Miss, are you okay? What do you think? Sorry, I didn't see any blood, so I thought you were okay. You're a puppet. My motor is broken. Are you a Cloud Knight? Good. Take me to the realm keeping. Locha, silent but deadly. I'm afraid we have to delay things again. This lady is one of the judges of the Ten Lords Commission. I'm sorry. If I'd known, I wouldn't have got you to come with me. You'd probably be there by now if you'd gone by yourself.
I happen to have some medical knowledge. Perhaps I can treat...
Well, it's just... she's a puppet. I think we should just take her to the Realm Keeping Commission?
Don't worry, Miss Sushang. You might get an aching or numbing sensation, but it shouldn't be too painful. Do you think you can hold still?
It won't work. My body is mechanical, not flesh.
Be it mechanical or organic, we're still dealing with composite substances. I just hope you'll tolerate.
Curious. How... what kind of medical knowledge is this?
Abundance.
Very good. We, no longer need to return to the realm keeping. As a judge in the employ of the Ten Lords Commission, I am forbidden from interfering in the affairs of outsiders. However, seeing as you came to my aid, a word of advice. I came to address the root of our crisis by arresting a fugitive, a Stellaron hunter. This villain possesses exceptional swordsmanship and wields a divine weapon. They are extremely... If it hadn't been for a strange accident, my wake span might have been cut short.
Strange.
Come with me. I've never seen anything like it.
You know, even eons can be killed. Are you kidding? That's not what we want. I just want to tell stories from the past. Stories about eons that have fallen. Lon the Permanence, Drilla the Beauty, Anna the Order, Tazeronth the Propagation, Akivili the Trailblaze. These names were once known all over the universe. Now they've all but disappeared, leaving behind only mass. And currently, there are 3 ways an eon can perish known to humanity. 1. Paths with overlapping concepts will eventually collide, and the broader path will engulf the narrower one. That's how Enna the Order was assimilated by Shipe the Harmony. 2. In a war between eons, the stronger side will annihilate the weaker one. That's how Tazeronth the Propagation fell. Under the guidance of the Hunt, the Cienjo Alliance. So, the Cienjo. As far as I know, the predecessors of the Alliance were the Elixir Seekers. They searched for Yaoshi and longed for the blessing of immortality. But immortality turned out to be a curse for the Cienjo. That's when the Hunt appeared, firing an arrow and felling the ambrosial arm. What do you think? They're the kind of stories that folks on the... Hold on. Let's go, Blady. 2 more places to visit.
Did Kafka escape? How are we gonna explain this to the Master Diviner?
If what she said is true, we won't have to explain anything.
Hey, did she brainwash you? Wasn't this the dead tree Qingque showed us earlier? How did it grow all of a sudden?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Even the long-lived might not witness something like this in their lifetime.
Such extraordinary energy. It's the Stellaron.
Mr. Yang, do you mean the Stellaron is making the ambrosial?
Yes, the Stellaron the Cloud Knights are searching for must be causing this anomaly.
Eternal sleep.
The truth of life and death. This is our chance. Fighting is meaningless.
Let's settle this.
My turn.
I have no interest in conflict. Fighting is meaningless.
I try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
This is our chance.
Tough luck running into me.
I have no interest in conflict. Let's make it quick. The truth of life and death. Rules made to be broken. Reach the end of the story in your own way.
What was that?
Fighting is meaningless. Let's go.
Told you I could fight. Try it again.
I have no interest in conflict. Let's make it quick.
I'll see you off. Eternal sleep is not the event.
Told you I could fight. I try hard some. Watch this awesome move.
Too late to repent. Let's go. Rules are made to be broken.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Tough luck running into me.
Let's make it quick. Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life and death is
Told you I could fight.
I have no interest in conflict. Let's go.
You can run.
Fighting is
Try hard.
meaningless.
Watch this awesome move.
Repay. Nothing major.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Made to be broken. The truth of life and death.
This is our chance.
Let's settle this.
My turn.
I have no interest in conflict. Let's make it quick.
You chose the wrong enemy. Repay.
Tough luck running into me.
The truth of life and death is fiction. It's but a vision. Rules are made to be broken. This is our chance. Fighting is meaningless. I'll see you off. Receive divinity.
My turn.
Reach the end of the story in your own way. So that's how it works.
Unless Kafka deceived the Matrix of Prescience.
Stay calm, Diviner Fu. The Matrix of Prescience does not lie. The logic you have laid out concerning Kafka makes sense. I agree there is a hostile external force at work on the Luofu. The Stellaron didn't appear out of thin air. Someone managed to sneak it onto the ship. As for the culprits behind the Luofu's internal strife, I believe we are dealing with the so-called disciples of Sanctus Medicus. That shadowy organization of the denizens of abundance. Kafka's revelations confirm my suspicions.
General, when did you have—
The moment the planter of the Stellaron revealed themselves. The Xianzhou has the blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter, and only another Eon's Emanator would be capable of sneaking onto this ship without my knowing. We are dealing with an external threat. The Stellaron corrosion continues to flood into the ship, and yet it bypassed both the seat of divine foresight and the shackling prison. There is forethought here. Our enemy must have had access to Luofu intelligence. The Stellaron hunters aren't the ones behind the curtain. No. As soon as I set eyes on Blade, it was clear to me. But why is he here? And why did he draw the Nevertheless, Lady Fu, your intel means the puzzle is more complete than it was before. These Stellaron hunters are a captivating group. Such lengths to get the Xianzhou and the Express onto the same track. Who would have believed it?
General, we must retain all urgency.
It's the Stellaron. No need to search high and low. The traders have planted it in the Ambrosial Arbor's delve, thereby causing the tree to grow once again. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus couldn't hold...
Every crisis is a turning point. A problem is easier to resolve when you know where it lies. Am I coming up with a plan again?
Of course. I'm sure you have a countermeasure at the ready, Master Diviner.
From my perspective, convening the Cloud Knights is our immediate priority. We must head into the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor, expel the Stellaron spirit.
As ever, the Master Diviner's omniscia provides for the fastest solution. However, sometimes speed is not everything. I have known the Stellaron's location for a while now. So why have I held back our forces?
General?
Well?
You're a scoundrel.
Pulling up the grass requires removing the roots. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have chosen to make their move now, which means the Cloud Knights have the situation under control and the traders have run out of patience.
You've been sitting on that this whole time? How will you justify the losses if something goes wrong, General?
Please, Lady Fu. I still have forces to deploy. We were in need of extra hands, and the Stellaron hunters were kind enough to bring us together with the Astral Express. How could I look the other way?
That massive tree has suddenly sprung to... It's my fault. I had higher expectations of the General. Please, we can't keep getting them to do everything for us. Since when did we run out of people on the Law Fu? Why are you staring at? Do I need to remind you, General, that the Ambrosial Arbor's access point is a closely guarded secret? Allowing Outworlders would be...
A violation of the rules and regulations. I would like to remind you, Lady Fu, that the Xianzhou comes before its rules and regulations, all the more so in times of crisis. As such, I'm about to make a decision that runs counter to those rules and regulations. Oh, decisions plural. What a rare pleasure. Lady Fu, I hereby issue you with the military tally. The Cloud Knights will be under your control. You will act in concert with the other forces in the approach to the Ambrosial Arbor through the alchemy...
Under... my control?
You've been eager to discover for yourself what it is to be a general, have you not?
You've never given me the opportunity, and now suddenly... Understood. As you wish.
As for our astral friends, I hereby formally welcome you all to join our operation to seal the Stellaron. Lady Fu will deploy the Cloud Knights, but I would like you to set off in advance. Take a shortcut through the Artisanship Commission and convene with Lady Fu further down the line. This is no errand, honored guests. I am merely stating what needs to be done should you wish to help us.
You've never really seen us as outsiders, huh?
Miss Tingyun, I would like you to continue to serve as a guide for our astral friends.
Oh, of course, General. I am duty-bound.
101010 is the way.
Imagine if the Divination Commission could predict how likely a person is to commit crimes.
I thought I might be relieved of my guiding duties once the divination. Who would have thought the General would take such a liking to you? I suppose I must accompany you further. You have quite the sense of humor, benefactors. I've encountered more trouble with you than I have with the merchant. I just hope everything is smooth sailing from now on. Please look after me. The General said there are traitors aboard the ship, but only someone from the 6 commissions could bring the Stellaron into the Xianzhou undetected, let alone plant it within the Ambrosial Arbor.
Imagine if the Divination...
I am saying nothing of the sort. Just raising a doubt, that's all. Please. I understand. The LeFou is in danger, and members of the 6 Commission did save my life at Cloudford. Consider this my returning the favor. You want to leave straight away? Let me pack something.
Did the Divination Commission put able to speak nonsense on that job post?
That was scary. I was having a snack in the repository when the ambrosial arbor started to grow. The trunk suddenly shot right up. Such is life, full of surprises. That's why you gotta seize any opportunity. It'll be fine. Even if the sky collapses, we have the Master Diviner with us to hold it up. What do subordinates like us have to panic about? Let the big shots worry about the big events. That's... She did. She saw me on her way over. She told me to go to the repository and read up on anything related to the... A simple task like that is only 15 minutes work for me. I heard people say even the general has to watch his manners when asking you for help. Pretty impressive. I don't have much to offer you. Here, take this book. I was gonna wait for the Master Diviner to get off work so I could show you around and teach Mr. Yang how to play Celestial Jade.
Your kindness is much appreciated, Miss Qingque. As for Celestial Jade...
I know, you've got an important task ahead. Sorry to keep you, Bright. Well then, get back safely. Remember to come find me in Exalting Sanctum.
The Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape delves are adjacent to the Ambrosial Arbor Seal. I'd like you to investigate these places. As outsiders, you are unfamiliar with the history of the Xianzhou. I cannot blame you. Long ago, before the Xianzhou took to the skies, our ancestors lived on the surface of a planet. Like all of you, the Xianzhou people at that time were... There was a time when the ruling emperor could not bear his temporary existence, or the thought of his life's achievements being lost to another after his death. He became fixated on acquiring an elixir of immortality, and focused his power on constructing a fleet of 9 ships. These ships...
Did he...
Yes. And no. He succeeded because, after an arduous journey, the 9 ships eventually witnessed the manifestation of a god. Yao She's appearance provided for all manner of...
That doesn't sound so bad. The Xianzhou people went on a great adventure and...
Oh? Our ancestors once thought so too, but the miracle of longevity was nothing more. Take the Lao Fu, for example. Immortality seemed like a beautiful thing. But what followed was population expansion and diminishing resources. After paying the price with blood and tears, the Lao Fu people finally understood that immortality... In the eras that followed, other beings that had likewise received Yao She's blessings repeatedly attacked the Xianzhou in an attempt to take the sacred artifact as their own. Many Xianzhou comrades who were lucky enough to survive the wars became stricken with Mara. Had it not been for the enlightenment and protection of the Rainbow Arbiter. At this point in the story, I assume you understand the disasters that the... It is an ancient artifact that was planted on the Xianzhou Lafu by Yao She, the Eon of Abundance. As the power, the ancestors of the Lafu people consumed the fruits of the Ambrosial Arbor and gained endless lifespans. Thus
sounds like an amazing...
Yes. It was also the bane. Thousands of years have passed since the Rainbow Arbiter felled the Ambrosial Arbor. Most in the Xianzhou regard the arbor as nothing more than the stump of a dead tree. Only those familiar with our history and the ancient texts know of its origin. Our ancestors placed the stump in full view of the people precisely to make it seem unimportant. But in fact, they sealed it behind layers upon layers of delve enchantment. Even if one traveled, someone brought a Stellaron into the Xianzhou and planted it among the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor. They wished to resurrect it and achieve their hidden goal. In my opinion, the force that provided the Stellaron and the force that activated it have different objectives. I have asked Fu Shen to open a shortcut to the Divination Commission for you.
A step forward bridges no distance hence. The hexagram was right. The Ambrosial Arbor was felled thousands of years ago. Now it returns to life. The future of the Xianzhou is difficult to define. I had long anticipated it. Huh? She's not angry? Is there anyone that isn't 2 steps ahead of us around here? Pursuing Kafka is a waste of time and effort. The Matrix of Prescience informed me of her innocence. Our priority is the Ambrosial Arbor. From the time the Stellaron corrosion began to spread until now, the only reports we've received on the Alchemy Commission have come from alchemists and doctors stationed in other delves. The Alchemy Commission is where the Xianzhou's medical research and production take place. However, due to its proximity to the Ambrosial Arbor's seal, I'm afraid the Stellaron spirits may have plunged it into a deeper crisis than we first feared. To make matters worse, the General suspects there are traitors in the Alchemy Commission. The self-proclaimed disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been plotting this for a long time. And now they're using the location to their advantage. I must take... He really is a delegator at heart, isn't he? There isn't much distance between the artisanship and alchemy commissions. I'm afraid the former is... The star skiff is ready. I will lead...
101010 is the way.
I still have important tasks from the General to attend to. Go carefully, all of you. Wait! Master Diviner! Can you divine our fortunes for us? No need. My Omniscia has seen that your journey will be auspicious. Everything will proceed smoothly. Are you sure? You don't need to use a crazy device or do more finger counting?
Well said. Thank you for your assurance, Master Diviner. Onward.
Fortune and mishap often come.
I deserve a nice pat on the back for that one. Did it really just say 3/4 of a... I deserve a nice pat on the back for that one.
Huh? Look at all the people gathered here. Not a good day for commuting on the LaFu. The Artisanship Commission Delve should have suspended operations after the Stellaron corrosion began. Why haven't these people taken star skiffs to safety?
Maybe the Artisanship Commission are just more dedicated to their work? The Divination Commission's diviners aren't exactly a hard...
At the end of the day, work is work. You need it to live. You know, Marge, adults forget what relaxation means after a certain age.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Just speaking from the heart, that's all.
I think they call that complaining from the heart.
Are any of the paths in this world easy to tread? The Artisanship Commission is full of workshops, building state-of-the-art mechanisms, and craftsmen designing brand new concepts. Periodically stirring up trouble is part of their tradition. Entire buildings vanishing into thin air. It seems like the craftsmen are too afraid to go in. But they have nowhere to run to either. We should take care, benefactors. Something terrible must...
Either way, we'll have to go in. Let's ask around first.
Задания выполнены. Надеюсь, вам понравилось, друзья. Не кидайтесь какашками из-за проблем со звуком. Мамка была куплена мной по цене полноценно рабочей у недобросовестного продавца, заверявшего, что она рабочая, и оказалась полумертвая. Ну, спасибо за просмотр. Не забудьте поставить лайк и пока-пока.